So get it understood, boy. I am from the hood, boy. Came up from the dirt, self-made hustler. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm surrounded by all these devil mouths. They talking about kales. Some say I came from heaven, but I rose up from hell.
Breaking news now on celebrity attorney Michael Avenatti. A federal grand jury in Manhattan has just indicted him in 2 alleged schemes, one involving his former client, Stormy Daniels.
So the government, of course, had to put forward the official indictment before the end of the month. When it comes to the Nike extortion case, they're accusing Michael Avenatti of extorting Nike for more than $20 million. That is one case. What is new and unexpected is this other charge, 2 charges, one of fraud and one of aggravated identity theft. That involves, as they call it, victim 1, who turns out to be Stormy Daniels.
Michael Avenatti, creepy porn lawyer, came into prominence representing adult porn star Stormy Daniels in her attempt to extort money from the President of the United States. Stormy attended a golf tournament at Trump's golf course where rich, powerful men would be in attendance, then tried to sell her story to news outlets. Trump sued her, won, and she was ordered to pay almost $300,000 in damages. Disgraced Avenatti failed in his attempt to bring down the President of the United States. He got his ass handed to him in public and had got an ass whooping, so he had to find a new target to salvage his name. R. Kelly became his new obsession. Avenatti appeared in the media making claims that potentially obstructed justice and violated constitutional rights of R. Kelly. He allegedly handed a sex tape of R. Kelly over to CNN to review before securing the evidence and turning it over to the courts.
We are following breaking news about R&B singer R. Kelly. Attorney Michael Avenatti says he has a videotape allegedly showing Kelly engaging in graphic sex with an underage girl. CNN has viewed this tape in question, and CNN's Sarah Seidner is following this for us in Los Angeles. Also here with us is CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson. Sarah, first, what do we know? How did Avenatti get this alleged tape?
It's not something that I know, and it's not something that he is certainly revealing at this point in time.
The United States District Court for the Southern District of New York has charged the lawyer for attempting to extract more than $20 million in payments from a publicly traded company, Nike, by threatening to use his ability to garner publicity to inflict substantial financial and reputational harm on the company if his demands were not met. Avenatti allegedly said that 90% of what is going on to be bullshit, because it's always bullshit. 90% of the time, always, whether it's R. Kelly or Trump, the list goes on and on, but 10% of it is actually going to be true. And then what's going to happen is this is going to snowball. Avenatti admitted only 10% of what he alleged against R. Kelly was true, and 90% was bullshit. He used his ability to garner publicity to inflict substantial financial and reputational harm on R. Kelly strictly to save his ass. Facing 36-count indictments and up to 333 years in prison if convicted, he executed a scheme to defraud 5 clients, one of whom was a paraplegic, who he allegedly withheld $4 million settlement from, and 2 additional scams charging him with fraud and aggravated identity theft for his treatment of ex-client Stormy Daniels. Avenatti agreed to work with the feds to bring down R. Kelly to get his charges reduced. His unscrupulous behavior breaks laws and violates constitutional rights of R. Kelly. It taints the potential jury pool and sways public opinion. He has a history of fraudulent behavior. The news media, specifically CNN, assisted Avenatti by describing a tape that had not been verified, had not been seen by R. Kelly's legal team, had not been secured as evidence, essentially tampering with evidence, violating numerous constitutional rights of R. Kelly, and potentially tainting a jury pool, and inciting unlawful behavior from all Americans by painting this man as they described what they interpreted to be on the tape as salacious. They broke the law.
I have not yet seen the videos that the federal government is talking about. I know that there's sworn testimony from the young lady that was involved in the Cook County charges supposedly years ago, sworn testimony that it wasn't her, sworn testimony from her parents that it wasn't her. I don't know that the government would bring a charge based on people who are known to have, I guess they'd be saying they perjured themselves before, but we haven't gotten any of the evidence yet, so we got to look at it. Very convoluted, very complex.
You can start a rumor on a guy like me or a celebrity just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me. And if you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you're able to get a reality show, then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
Are you blaming this on social media?
I'm talking about the power of social media.
Mainstream media perpetrates this illegal term, victim and survivor, for any female with a story when no crime has even been determined, no evidence, no case before a judge, no mental health evaluation, no lie detector tests, with zero verification. For example, Gayle King stated on air after a female told a story, had no evidence and never had a case before a judge, "We must believe women." Oprah's best friend, of whom financially support Me Too and Time's Up, which means both have vested interest in the groups, tells America to believe women. There's no law that says believe women. The law says you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. It is not your burden to prove your innocence. King asked R. Kelly, "Are all these women lying? Why would all these women lie?" Then proceeded to name each female's name. She placed the burden of proof on R. Kelly and presumed his guilt when she did this.
Name the names: Andrea Kelly, your ex-wife, Kitty Jones, Lisa Van Allen, Lisette Martinez, Geronda Pace, Faith Rogers, Asante McGee. You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
I have to tell you, it's so hard to believe that based on all that we've read.
I'm going to tell you something, Gayle. There's one thing. I'm going to tell you something. What the women
said about you.
What women said about me. What women. So nobody's allowed to be mad at me and be scorned and lie on me.
R. Kelly, you do. When I listen to you, it does sound like you're playing the victim
I'm just telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional,
Robert,
and I apologize for that, is because this is the first time I was able to say something. Yeah. I've said nothing.
Then aired a clip of him responding emotionally to this public persecution and referred to him as unhinged, unstable. They replayed that moment over and over. Gayle King, CBS, violated constitutional rights. They broke the law in all 50 states doing this. They incited unlawful behavior, making him appear guilty. They tainted a potential jury pool. They essentially brainwashed, programmed, and manipulated Americans to ignore the law, to circumvent our judicial system, to violate due process. All while she accused R. Kelly of breaking the law.
I think what you did, Gayle, was allow him to tell his story and to see, though, his behavior, his temperament, is, I think, what is probably what is most revealing of this interview as well. The pounding of the fist, the getting up. I was worried about you. I was actually worried about you when I saw the pictures.
Well, it's funny. Favorite son, favorite daughter, and Oprah all called me and said, were you afraid? Did you think he was going to hit you? I actually never thought that. I think that I thought I might get accidentally clobbered, but I didn't think that he would deliberately try to hurt me. I never felt in danger talking to him.